What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to talk about some silver. In today's video, I wanted to talk about and give 3 reasons, 3 arguments, 3 excuses not to stack silver. And this is coming from the perspective of someone that stacks silver. Of those 3 arguments, I can give counter arguments to 2 of those excuses. The other one, on the other hand, I understand, and I mildly agree with. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. Of course, 3 really fast things before we fully dive into the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, try out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. Hint, hint, wink, wink. This is the best flavor of all time. 2, if you're not already investing and you would like to start investing, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start their investing journey because of how simple it is to navigate on the app. Webull link in the description. 3rd and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. All right, so I want to talk about 3 reasons, 3 excuses people make not to stack silver. Now, as I said in the intro, 2 of those 3 reasons I heavily disagree with, and I can debunk those arguments very, very quickly. The 3rd one, I actually understand their point of view, and I kind of agree with the argument. But I have a very simple solution to that argument or that problem. But the first one I wanted to talk about, the first excuse, the first argument, the first reason people have for why stacking silver is, and you should stay away from silver, don't stack silver, is because they claim that silver is a waste of time. And speaking of time or wasting time, I'm going to make this one as quick as humanly possible, and then on to number 2. But stacking silver is a waste of time. I never understood this argument because it doesn't require any time to stack silver. In fact, going to the local coin shop and picking up a handful of 90% junk constitutional silver, for me in particular, it's mostly Washington quarters. That's what I get for the most part when I visit the local coin shop, or if I were to order silver online. Going into the coin shop, it's like a 5-minute ordeal. And I have one in my town, and there are several coin shops in nearby towns. Going in, getting what I want, and leaving takes 5 minutes or less. Meanwhile, if I had to go to the grocery store, I'm in there for like 20-30 minutes, sometimes even more if there's a line. So, like, food, an absolute necessity, obviously. It takes time. No one says grocery shopping is a waste of time. No one says going to the store to buy something that you need is a waste of time. And going to the coin shop to pick up silver takes virtually no time at all. So I never understood that argument. It doesn't take any time to buy silver. It doesn't take any time to stack silver. And even if you were to do it the even quicker way, online, going to your online precious metal dealing website of choice and placing an order, once again, how long does that take? 5 minutes or less. To place an order, I don't know, maybe you're ordering groceries online. That takes a lot more time than just ordering a couple of coins. So I never really understood that argument, that it's a waste of time, because from my perspective, as someone that has been stacking silver since the end of 2017, I enjoy it. I have fun. For me, it's a hobby. It's not something that I aggressively participate in. I get a handful every now and then. I'm a little bit more excited about it recently. That silver enthusiasm starting to come back, so I'm probably going to be getting a little bit more, a couple pieces that I've been kind of wanting to get. I have some coins, rounds, and bars on my to stack list that I might actually finally pull the trigger on because I'm especially excited about it right now. But for me, it's a hobby. The same way gardening can be a hobby, painting can be a hobby. Going to car shows can be a hobby. There are so many different hobbies out there, and looking at my cousin's hobbies or some of my friends' hobbies, if I were to participate in them, I would feel as though I'm wasting time because I'm not interested in them. Silver and gold, these are coins, rounds, and bars. This is something that I'm interested in. This is something that I enjoy. It's something that excites me. It's something that I'm passionate about. I like it. I like learning about the different coins. I like learning about the history. There's just a lot about silver and gold that I personally really enjoy. So it's not a waste of time for me because it's something that doesn't take a lot of time at all. And it's obviously something that I enjoy spending my time on. Making all the videos that I've made, I've been making videos about silver for, 7 going on 8 years. I've put out thousands and thousands and thousands of silver and gold stacking videos. And guess what? Not a single one of those were a waste of my time. It was very, 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 very worth the time that I put into those videos because I enjoy talking about that. And tens of thousands of people, actually, if you look at the total views, several millions of people have enjoyed watching the videos because guess what? I'm talking about something that they want to hear about. So it's not a waste of time. The second argument, the second excuse, the second reason someone might have for not stacking silver or for telling someone to stop stacking silver is that they claim it's a waste of money. Stacking silver is a waste of money. The silver coins, the rounds, the bars, you're wasting your money. Now, the easy counter argument I can have would be, how can silver be a waste of money when silver is in fact money? If you want to say it's a waste of money, you're mistaken there. You got to say you're wasting your currency, if anything. That's what my right off the bat answer would be. But obviously that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about that your currency, your fiat, your dollar bills might have been better off, or were probably better off being put in a different asset instead. Now, I understand. I get that. I do understand from that angle, from that perspective. And I know it's funny because the last month, silver and gold have actually been doing really well in terms of what spot price is doing. Silver hit like a 12-year high. Gold reached a new all-time high like 6 times in the last month. Both precious metals are doing very, very well. And it's kind of funny seeing the stacking community turn around after like a really good month and be like, I told all you investors, I told you. It's funny because, yeah, silver and gold did have a really good month. March of 2025 was a very good month for the precious metals. But let's be honest here. If you look at the last 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, silver and gold have dramatically underperformed almost every other asset class. So that's probably what they're talking about when they say it's a waste of money. Once again, this is something that I disagree with, and I will explain why in just one second. But yeah, your dollar bills, if you're looking to grow them, if you're looking for massive capital appreciation, if you're looking for the value to go up at an astronomical level, yeah, obviously your dollar bills are better off invested. Silver and gold, the coins, rounds, and bars, this is not investing. This is something different, which I'll explain in just one second. But yeah, the dollar bills being put in the stock market, broad market index funds, if you have the capital to do so, real estate, if you are able to start your own business, even if it's a little side hustle. Starting out as a side hustle, you trust me, believe me of all people, I understand this. A little on the side, nights and weekends side hustle can very easily turn into a part-time business, which can ultimately turn into a full-time business and can replace your full-time job. That can happen. So if you have the money to start your own business, or if you have the resources to start your own business, or get into real estate, or put your dollar bills into broad market index funds, that is truly the way to go if you're looking to grow wealth and build wealth and make money. Silver and gold, that's not what the precious metals are for. The precious metals are a way of saving money. Saving money is very different than investing money. We are not putting our dollars to work by putting them into coins, rounds, and bars. We are protecting them by putting them into coins, rounds, and bars. The precious metals, especially gold, the precious metals are a way of preserving wealth that has already been built. The precious metals are a way of protecting ourselves from inflation, like long-term inflation and preserving purchasing power. It's a store of value is all it is. And the precious metals, over the course of, I'm talking long term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, years and years and years and years. If you look back, all the way to present day, you can see that the precious metals, there has been that upward trajectory. And what else has had that upward trajectory? Inflation. Now, the silver and gold, their job, the precious metals' job, is to hedge against inflation. That's obviously going to be a slow burn. The silver and gold, they can slowly appreciate in value, very, very slowly. What's the average rate of inflation? 2.5%? That's where it's supposed to be. We've seen higher inflation in recent years, and guess what else we've seen at, go up by quite a bit more than it ordinarily would? Silver and gold. Silver's up by quite a bit in the last 5 years. 5 years ago, silver was, $17, $18? Where is it now? $32, $33? Silver's done pretty well. Where was gold back then? I want to say maybe 17, 1800? Maybe 1900, maybe close to $2,000. I don't remember exactly where gold was this time in 2020 or right before the crash of 2020. But where is it now? It's over $3,000 an ounce. It's sitting at a new all-time high. It hit 6 new all-time highs in just the last couple of weeks. By the time this video comes out, maybe it will have hit a 7th. So saying that stacking silver or stacking gold is a waste of time, a waste of money, that's just incorrect. We're not using silver and gold to make money. If you're looking to turn a massive profit, if you're looking for tremendous capital appreciation and you're in silver and gold for that reason exclusively, you're knocking on the wrong door. Silver and gold appreciate in value as the dollar bill loses purchasing power. That's something that you're not going to notice until years down the road. And it's just merely to protect yourself from inflation. It's just to hedge against inflation. It's not to make money. This is not investing. This right here, this is a hobby that coincidentally is like financial protection. At least that's the way I see it in my opinion and from my perspective. I'm not a financial advisor. What do I know? I'm just somebody that's been stacking silver for the last 7 going on 8 years, and I have seen it do what it's intended to do. But saying that it's a waste of money, it's wrong. Just because another asset class has overperformed the silver and gold or underperformed a different asset class doesn't mean that the asset class wasn't worth the money. Like, let's just talk about stocks for a quick 15 seconds. If I put $500 into a stock and a buddy of mine put $500 into a different stock, 5 years later, my $500 is worth $1,100 and his $500 is worth $1,200. He outperformed me a little bit, but he doesn't have the right to turn around and be like, you wasted your money. No, we both made money, bro. We both did well. We both saw them sweet, sweet gains. I didn't waste my money. Sure, you could argue that it would have been a small percentage more intelligent to put it in that stock instead of this one, but it doesn't matter. We both did well. Silver and gold, they do go up in value. Other asset classes also go up in value at a much more, a better rate, but it's a completely different asset class for a completely different reason. Investing in the stock market, broad market index funds, you're investing in a small sliver of some of the most powerful companies on planet Earth. Real estate, I don't even need to explain why it's a good idea to put your dollar bills into real estate if you have the capital to do so, or start your own business. These are ways to make money. If you're looking to make money, invest your dollars. Stacking silver is just to protect our purchasing power. So now moving away from the first 2 reasons to not stack silver, the first 2 excuses to not stack silver, the first 2 arguments to not stack silver, which I have rock solid counter arguments for. Let's now talk about the third excuse or reason or argument to not stack silver. The third reason happens to be the one that I actually understand and mildly agree with. So let's talk about it. The third reason people claim to shouldn't stack silver is because it's a waste of space. Now, right off the bat, I disagree with it. I don't think the silver that I have is wasting space by any means, because like I said in part 1, part 2, I'm stacking it for a reason. I enjoy it, and it saves me money. But the reason I mildly agree with it, or at least, at the very least, can understand where they're coming from, is because silver is pretty cheap if you think about it. Yeah, it's at roughly a 12-year high at the moment. But guess what? That's still dirt cheap compared to where it can probably go, especially in the near future. I do think silver has the potential to do really good things in the next couple of years especially, but it's pretty cheap. 30-something dollars an ounce, even with the premium included, it's still under $40 an ounce. You can get a lot more silver for your dollars than gold. I mean, if you wanted to get a 1 troy ounce silver coin, if you just wanted to get one of these silver eagles right here, what's that going to cost you? Probably $40 or less. Maybe the eagle was a bad example. I know the premiums on silver eagles are a little bit higher, but a generic silver buffalo round. You can get that thing for 36, 37, 38 bucks. How much would it take to get a troy ounce of gold right now? Over $3,000. And the amount of silver you would need to equate to the same or roughly same dollar bill amount as a troy ounce of gold is over 90 ounces of silver. So yeah, 90 ounces of silver takes up way more room than 1 ounce of gold. We understand that. But guess what? There is a solution. And if you're all in on silver, you're converting as many of your dollar bills into silver as possible. Yeah, you're going to notice that as time goes by, months, years, decades go by, you're filling up safes with silver. Blocks of silver on top of blocks of silver. Maybe you're getting the kilo bars, which are like the size of a smartphone. Yeah, it's going to take you, what, about $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 to get yourself a silver kilo bar right now? Somewhere within that price range. I think it's closer to $1,100 if my math is correct. But either way, get yourself a silver kilo bar. Then down the road you get a second, then a third, then a fourth, then a fifth, then a sixth, then a seventh. Years, decades go by. Guess what? Your safe is now full of silver, and you've gotten to the point where now you need another safe. So now you fill up a second safe. Another 10 years go by. You fill up a third safe, and it gets to the point where the silver is taking up so much room. You're running out of space to put all of these safes. Guess what you can do? You can convert some of that silver to gold. You can take about 95, somewhere around there, ounces of silver to the local coin shop or to a coin show, or you can reach out to somebody that has gold and they're looking for silver instead. Meanwhile, you have silver and you're looking for gold instead. You can do a swap. It's the same dollar bill amount worth of precious metals, but the gold is just one little coin. But the silver is 90 to 95 coins. 90 to 95 ounces of silver. Number one, it takes up more room than the ounce of gold, and it obviously weighs a whole lot less. It might be a little bit difficult to transport 100 or 95 ounces of silver. Could be a little bit tough. It's quite a bit of silver to be walking around with. Meanwhile, an ounce of gold, you can stick that thing in your sock. Slip it in the side of your sock. Keep it in your pocket. Hold it in your hand. Hold it between 2 fingers. You pinch it and walk away. 95 ounces of silver, a little bit more to be walking around with. So this is one way you can reduce the bulk. You can reduce the weight. Now, many of us who are stacking silver, we probably don't want to convert our silver into gold until the gold to silver ratio makes a little bit more sense. You know, like I said, it's like 90, 95 to 1 right now. We would consider, or many of us would consider converting, not all, but some of our silver to gold at, I don't know, 70 to 1, 60 to 1, 50 to 1, that might make a little bit more sense. The ball would be in our court a little bit more. That would be in our favor a little bit better. At that point, it might make a little bit more sense, or we'd be able to justify converting our silver to gold. But guess what? Even if the ratio is not in your favor, it's still a way of reducing the bulk without converting the precious metals back into cash. You're not liquidating. You're not selling the silver or gold. You're trading one for the other. You're trading some of the silver just to save space for gold. Even if the ratio is not in your favor, guess what? It's still gold that you have in your possession now, as opposed to cash or something that loses purchasing power. See, that's how I see it. That's how I look at it. So for someone to say that silver is a waste of space, I would disagree with that statement. I don't think it's a waste of space, but I would agree with someone that says that silver takes up a lot of space. Because it does. You can get a lot more silver, a lot better, a lot more bang for your buck with silver than gold or platinum or palladium or rhodium. You can get way more bang for your buck. Those are all $900 plus up to $3,000. I don't even know the spot price of rhodium right now, but that blows gold out of the water with how high up it went. Silver, $32, $33 as I'm filming this video. Dirt cheap compared to the other ones. A fraction of the cost. So yeah, you can get way more bang for your buck with silver, which we like. But on the other hand, it takes up way more room. So depending on how you look at it, depending on how you view it, your stance on it, if you're someone that isn't really interested in silver and you're all in on gold, if you made the argument that it's a waste of space or takes up too much space for you, I would understand. But at the end of the day, it's not a waste of space. It's space being taken up by something that I personally consider to be worth it. I think it's worth the space that it takes up. I think it's worth way more than the space that it takes up. In my opinion, I think the spot price of silver should be a lot higher. I think today's prices, a lot of us are saying, man, I wish I stacked more silver during the 2020 prices, at 2020 prices. Well, guess what? In 2030, there's a strong chance we might be looking back and saying, man, I wish I stacked more silver at 2025 prices. That could very well happen. That might very well happen. In fact, I believe that's probably what is going to happen. I think we're going to look back 5 years from now and say, man, I wish I got more silver 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I think a lot of us are going to be saying that. I know I'm saying it about 5 years ago. Back when silver was in the teens. $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. I was stacking at those prices. Now it's $32, $33, with the premium included, $37, $38 maybe. It's a lot higher than it was when I was aggressively stacking silver, but guess what? I don't view it as a waste of money, even at a higher price. I don't view it as a waste of time. It doesn't take any time out of my day. And I absolutely don't view it as a waste of space, although I do agree that silver takes up way more space than gold does. Nobody would argue that, because that's the absolute truth. That's a fact. Saying that it, saying the waste of time, waste of money thing, yeah, that's just people's opinion. I have a different opinion, but silver taking up more room than gold isn't an opinion. That would be a fact, ladies and gentlemen. You can't argue that. It does take up more room. And if you were to convert a large dollar bill amount into silver and gold, it would absolutely take up a lot of space. Nobody's arguing that. That's not up for debate. That's just the cold, hard truth. It's up to you to determine whether it's worth the space that it takes up. And if you want to stay in the precious metal game, but you're realizing that maybe you're running out of room, maybe you don't have a lot of room. Maybe you live in a little studio apartment or something like that. Maybe you don't have a big giant room. Maybe you don't have a basement or a second, third bedroom. Maybe like you're in a position like that where maybe you don't have all the space in the world to store massive amounts of silver. Guess what? Stack a little bit at a time, and when you have enough silver to trade for an ounce of gold, guess what? You can do that. Trade your time for dollars, trade your dollars for silver, and then, in an attempt to create more space, trade the silver for gold. You can do that. We have that option. We can very well do that. That's a very common thing to do. So those right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the 3 reasons, the only 3 reasons I've ever heard as to why you should not stack silver. It's a waste of time. It doesn't take any time. Plus, it's a hobby of mine. I enjoy spending my time doing it. It's a waste of money. No, it's not. It's made out of money. It is money. Money is what it is. and it protects me from inflation. All it is a hedge. I know it's not invested dollars. It's converted dollars, and it's a store of value. I do invest my dollars. I do buy into broad market index funds, and I do run my own business. That's how I make money. Silver and gold is not for making money. It's for protecting money. It's like a savings account, but more intelligent. And the third reason, obviously, being it's a waste of space. It's definitely not a waste of space in my opinion, but it absolutely takes up a whole lot more space than gold. And if space is an issue for you, then use your silver to get yourself some gold. Boom. 3 arguments, 3 counter arguments. 3 excuses, 3 solutions. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. And of course, 3 quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave the affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. This one right here is absolutely 100%, without a doubt, the best flavor ever created. My God. 2, if you haven't already started investing and you would like to, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really easy for a new investor to start their investing journey because of how simple it is to navigate around on their app. Webull link in the description. 3rd and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all silver and gold stacking supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Out of the 3 excuses or arguments or reasons that I highlighted in this video, have you ever heard of a 4th reason, a 5th reason? Have you ever heard anybody make an argument other than those 3 right there? And if so, what's your counter argument to it? And if you're watching the video, do you think silver is a waste of time? If so, please explain to me why. Do you think it's a waste of money? Yes or no? Please explain to me why. Do you think it's a waste of space? Yes or no? Please explain to me why. Whether your stance is the same as mine, or maybe it's a polar opposite. Maybe you have a counter argument to my counter argument to the argument. Let me know what it is in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.